Ben Johnson and the Chicago Bears are starting this offseason with a couple of big time trades, and suddenly their offseason plan has become crystal clear. And in this video, I wanted to break down exactly what the Bears' plan is and why it's going to work to absolute perfection. We're already starting to see it come together. During Ben Johnson's time in Detroit, he had quickly built up one of the best offensive lines in the league, which quickly established them as one of the best offenses in the NFL. And Jared Goff went from a quarterback that was okay to one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. And obviously, when you have time in the pocket, you have time to go through your progressions, and your running backs have time to pick and choose their holes, right? So an offensive line is everything when it comes to building an offense. The Chicago Bears last year, their offensive line was pretty bad outside of Darnell Wright and Braxton Jones, but already they made some changes. Now, last season, the Bears had, two top 20 tackles in Braxton Jones and Darnell Wright, but the interior of their offensive line was absolutely horrendous. The guards, the center, everything needed upgrades. Guys, they did exactly that. The first thing they did was trade for a versatile interior offensive lineman who's played a ton of snaps at left guard, a ton of snaps at center, and also played right guard as well. Jonah Jackson, a former product under Ben Johnson in Detroit, is now going back, understanding the system, knowing what Ben Johnson wants to do for an offensive scheme point. He is going to be a perfect fit. I know a lot of people don't love Jonah Jackson, don't think he's great. He did get benched, but again, when you're going from left guard to center, back to left guard, then over to right guard, back to center, yeah, you're gonna have a tough time establishing your ground on that offensive line. And he actually was a really good run blocker when he got time to play as well. And then today they add a guy like Joe Thuney, who is already one of the most established guards in the NFL, ranked within the top 7 of 77 guards in the NFL, and is obviously one of the best pass protectors and run blockers in the NFL today. Yes, they get a little bit older at the guard position, but now you have 3 guys who ranked within the top 20 of their position groups, and then you add a guy like Jonah Jackson who can play all along the offensive line, whether it's guard or center, and give you some sort of production. But I believe that they are just one player away from having a really good offensive line. They need to go out there and find a center. But in this video, what I wanted to do specifically was I wanted to break down some film. I want to show you what Joe Thuney can bring, what Jonah Jackson can bring. And I want to say right now, this offseason with just 2 trades is an A+. The offensive line is the most important position in football, outside of quarterback, obviously. If you can protect your guy Caleb Williams, man, this offense is going to be explosive under Ben Johnson. Just wait. Now, real quickly, before we dive into some film on Joe Thuney and Jonah Jackson, do me a big time favor. Comment down below a letter grade for these 2 trades together, and what do you like the most about what they're starting to build. More importantly, guys, hit the like button if you want more of these breakdowns throughout the entire of the offseason. I plan on dropping free agency videos, whoever the Bears sign, film analysis, whoever the Bears draft, film analysis, whoever they trade for, just like these videos here, film analysis on everything. So make sure you join the family. It's free, doesn't cost anything, and trust me, Bears videos are coming out all off season long. And with that being said, let's kind of dive into some film. Right here, this first play, Joe Thuney, left guard. Now, yesterday they traded for Jonah Jackson, and I heard nothing but, he's not good, he was benched. Yeah, well, if you play a guy at left guard, then center, then back to left guard, then right guard in 4 games, yeah, it's going to be really tough for that guy to adjust. Joe Thuney is a guy who not only played left guard, but played a ton of snaps at left tackle as well, but only because he needed to. Look at this play here by Joe Thuney, as we're going to get a 5-man scat protection. They're going to slide to the right. All right, so if you guys don't know what this means, basically the center is going to slide to the right, creating a double team with one of those guys wherever he thinks he needs to help out. However, you're going to have man-to-man to the left, which means Joe Thuney is on an island, right? He has to be productive and efficient, and that's why they slide to the right so much, is because they trust Joe Thuney. When they got injured, they moved him over to left tackle. He didn't play as great, but he still played really good football. And look at this man holding up in pass protection for a great, really good amount of time here. Gives Patrick Mahomes great time in the pocket. Look at this. I'm loving Joe Thuney every second of it. Guys, if you don't believe me, PFF ranked him as an 82 pass blocking grade, 73.5 run blocking grade. Not only can he pass block at an elite level, but he also can run block as well. Allowed 0 sacks this year and over 1,100 snaps. This dude is such an upgrade. I'm hyped. I apologize, but man, the Bears deserve something like. All right, once again, look at the hole that this dude opens up, man. We're just gonna run up that B gap to the left side here. He's going to open up his hips and drive Vita Vea this way. Again, opening up a massive lane for Kareem Hunt in the running game. Not only is this dude going to be able to help out in the pass game, but in the run game, he's good as well. Look at this. Opens up a massive hole. I mean, the offensive line in totality does a really good job here. But man, you put Joe Thuney in a one-on-one versus Vita Vea, you know, just the size alone, I'm like, you know, I don't know. That could definitely go to Joe Thuney. I mean, that could definitely go to Vita Vea. But man, Joe Thuney, absolute monster. All right, I wanted to show you a little bit of Joe Thuney as a tackle. Now, this was a Super Bowl. They got dominated, let's just be real. But I think he did a really good job transitioning over to tackle when they needed him the most. And honestly, you want a guy with this type of versatility. And once again, they're going to be in a 5-man, maybe even a 6-man scat protection. Actually, so they're in a 7-man scat, which means they're going to slide the offensive line to the left. They're going to man-to-man to the right, and then keep the running back and tight end in to block Joe Thuney to the outside over here playing left tackle. Does a really good job. A little bit of help, but not really. Just stays really in front of this dude the entire time. Let me see if I can adjust the camera angle for you guys. But again, I love the positional versatility to allow 0 sacks, over 1,100 snaps at left guard, and a little bit of left tackle. I thought he did such an amazing job here for the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, can he transition over to Chicago? Yes. I mean, he's 6'5", 304 pounds. This is a guy who's played well everywhere, and I don't think that's going to happen or change, I should say, anytime soon. The Bears are getting an absolute stud in Joe Thuney, and he's going to change the entirety of this offensive line, man. I promise you. All right, here's one of my favorite plays from Jonah Jackson. So we're going to hand the football off to this right side. We're going to see this entire offensive line, right, get over to that right side. Watch Jonah Jackson. His job is to make contact and then, boom, get to the second level. If there's a second level guy, which obviously there's going to be, we need to get that guy out of this play. Watch Jonah Jackson, left guard here, a little bit of pre-snap motion over these linebackers, right? So again, helps out there, big time hit. I mean, that guy opens up a massive lane up the middle of the field and then gets to the second level linebacker, actually takes out 2 guys. Now, Zaven Collins does end up helping out with the tackle, but that's a 9-yard pickup. Look at the hole that he's able to open up here by just initiating contact, right? Boom, right there. Massive A-gap hole right here. Great job by Jonah Jackson. And again, this dude ranked as a premier run blocker this year. Not a premier. Let me not get my words mixed up here. He's a good run blocker. Not an elite one, but he is someone that can bring you production ASAP in multiple different spots. All right, here we go. Now I want to show you the versatility. Now he's playing center, right? Again, I love it when a guy can play left guard, right guard, center. Do you know how much flexibility that gives you when constructing a roster? A ton, right? A ton. Now, we're going to be in a 5-man scat protection, slide right, or actually, no, scratch that, slide left. Okay, so what that means is Jonah Jackson's going to slide initially to this left side, and then they're going to have man-to-man to the right. Again, running back can pick up if he needs, or if he sees it's necessary, right? So again, look at Jonah Jackson. As we slide to the left, they're going to send this guy up the A-gap. I need to see the versatility, the footwork to get back over here, right? Switch. I need to see it. And that's exactly what he does. Great job by Jonah Jackson. Once again, I love this, right? Whenever teams do this, hit the inside shoulder, and then boom, attack that A-gap, it works a lot of the time. And that's why you need these versatile guards, centers, the guys who are really high IQ and react very quickly. That's why you need these guys on your team. And Jonah Jackson's someone that can step in right away and be a big time help. He allowed 0 sacks this year and had 0 penalties. I absolutely love Jonah Jackson for the Chicago Bears, and you know what he's doing with what Ben Johnson's doing with this team already. I'm already pretty high on him, man. Again, he has 0 guaranteed money left on his contract. He's still young enough to be a multi-year solution if need be. And honestly, he's not someone that totally takes him out of drafting an offensive lineman either, because yes, he is relatively young, and yes, he's not bad. He's pretty damn good, to be honest with you. But they can still go out and get even younger if they wanted to. Overall, guys, I'm pretty hyped up about this Bears trade. They're starting off the offseason with an absolute bang. And I think Jonah Jackson, I mean, look at this play. So again, we're going to be in a 5-man scat, slide to the right, which means he's going to initially go to the right. But look how he keeps looking for work, man. I love it. Look right, look left, look right, look left, look right, pick him up. I love it. Let's go, man. Jonah Jackson is a big-time pickup. Guys, hit the like button, subscribe, join the family, turn on post notifications for more Bears breakdowns. And, man, give me a letter grade down below. What you think about this trade? Only a 5th round pick, I believe. Or maybe even a 6th. Unbelievable value. I love it.